Hey, Husky. Hey, Tito. Hey, Void. Dying tonight? Oh, Mitch McConnell? See, here's the funny thing. Do you guys think they're gonna, like, delay his death announcement longer because they know, like, oh, everyone's saying, oh, he's gonna die on August 4th because that's right after the deadline. Do you think they're gonna, like, wait another week? Or do you think he's actually gonna die tomorrow? Hey, Jordan. Hey, Author Morgan. Nice profile picture, by the way. I see around 100 in that profile picture. Hold on. What map is this? That's Die Rise. Nice. DLC 5 on PC's real? I heard that it's coming along nicely. Once you pause hard BO2 and it crashed your game? Well, you can't, like, click on this. Right. It's gonna look like it's crashing, right? If I hit close the program, that's a problem, but I gotta wait for the program to respond. And then what you do is you take the pause hard menu, wherever the hell that went. Why? Where'd the pause hard button go? What the fuck? Hello? Separate tab? Yeah, I'm clicking on that tab. Oh, there it is. Okay, I had a panic. Okay. You just gotta find it, and then you press OK. And then you're good. I had a moment there. I was like, hold on. Hold on. Yeah, you just gotta find it. Yeah, don't close the program. Just find the pause hard button and press OK. And it will unpause itself. Anyway. Hold on. Let's find some music. Yeah, it's a separate tab, but I don't know why it wasn't popping up when I was clicking it before. It came up out of nowhere. Hey, Symbols. Anyway, should we get to round 100 today? That'll probably be the goal, at least. Maybe I'll go a little further. This is still the buried run. Alright, where am I? Got a turbine. Or chillin'. How do you set up T5M? You follow the instructions on the T5M page, and if that doesn't work, you ask the people who know the answer. Anyway. When knocked, ugh. Don't remind me. I'm not looking forward to it. I'm really not. Why graphic content enabled? I believe it's required on BO2. How do you know when it's time to break the turbine? Hey, Carrie. If you see the flap that's on the back of the turbine right here. As soon as the flap goes sideways, that's when it's gonna break. So not yet. You'll notice I'm just gonna keep looking up at the turbine every time I place one of these down, because I think this will be my last resonator before it goes sideways. You'll see it. Yeah, okay, so it just went sideways there. You see that? As soon as it goes sideways, that's when you break it. This is for my round 100 video, yes. But on this map, I'm gonna do the guide up until round 100, but as far as this game goes, I don't plan on stopping at 100. I would like to see how high of a round I could push to. Yeah, Buried doesn't have Semtexes. I don't know why. Where's this music from? This is Mario Galaxy music. I just clicked on Super Mario Galaxy music mix. Yeah, you can't be stingy with the Thunder Gun. Like, if you are in a imminent death situation, use your Thunder Gun. Don't try to conserve ammo, especially on that early of a round when it's really not necessary to. I don't know if I'll ever understand why Buried has no, Semtexes. It is an interesting choice. Mob of the Dead doesn't either, right? I think. Yeah, I don't know where Semtexes are on Mob of the Dead. I don't think they exist. Would you consider adding a zombies remaining counter to my games? No, because that's banned. Can't have a... It gives you information that you should not have access to, because that changes your decision making. Hey, C. Jones, how's it going? When you kill witches or get touched by them, the game gives you a grenade. Only if you have 0 points. So... I mean, I guess. I'm sure they could have figured it out, but... I'm going for the highest round that I can. Whatever round that is. Alright, so you see the flap just went sideways. When it goes sideways, I say, like, that's the last resonator. And you gotta be careful, because the turbine could, like, shut itself off at any moment. All the different trackers people use in their games have the same problem. I mean, I agree. To be fair. But, like, you gotta understand, I don't know, at any given time, I don't know how many zombies are left on the round. And so I don't know when the round's gonna end. And if I do know when the round's gonna end, it's gonna change how I decide to play the end of the round. Like, I might not grab a resonator and a turbine, I might just grab a fucking trample steam to deal with the rest or whatever. Hey, Senua. Sitting there AFK like this has got to be incredibly boring. It's chill. Again, I like this strategy because it's one of the strategies where I get to just kind of chill and talk to chat for a while, you know? Could count your kills on the scoreboard? No, I cannot. They do not increase. Trap strategies do not increase the kill count, and neither does the resonator. That's far forward. Yeah, like, listen, certain maps you can just track using the leaderboard, using the scoreboard, but that's not every map. And especially that's not true on, like, or that's even true even on maps where you're using the wonder weapon. Like, what if you grab a nuke? How do you know that it killed 24 zombies? Oh, that's round. What are my thoughts on Fast Ray? It's not allowed. I don't agree with banning it. I think it should be split category / a, like, filter thing where, like, runs with Fast Ray are hidden by default, but there's a checkbox that says show with Fast Ray, and then you include it. Just because, like, Fast Ray with a macro, I don't think should be allowed, but there are some people who can do Fast Ray solely with binds. And just using, like, the scroll wheel or whatever. And like, if you're that good at Fast Ray that you're using everything that is vanilla in the game and you're getting it to work, you should be, in theory, allowed to use it. But it also does give a massive advantage, so it should be more, like, separate category stuff. Just because Fast Ray would allow records to be pushed much higher, and I like that. Alexandra, thanks for the sub. What is Fast Ray? It is an exploit that was discovered a while back where you can, like, I want you to imagine taking a normal 20 shots in the clip of the ray gun and emptying it in, like, 2 seconds. Just all your ray gun shots, like, you could kill the zombies stupidly fast with it. And it is possible to do vanilla. Yeah, the zombie counter would affect your decision making every round. It's sort of like a jitter mod. It's like if you took, what's it called? Fucking, like, a turbo button and put it on your trigger. Like, I could probably find some footage, actually, just because I want to be able to see. Yeah, like, listen, if you do it using a modded controller or using a macro, that shouldn't be allowed. But there are people who just, like, literally bind the switch weapon button and the shoot button to, like, their scroll wheel together, and it causes Fast Ray to happen using in-game binds. See. Here's a good video without a macro. If you were to so you do these binds, and so when you scroll on the wheel, it's switching weapons and reloading, which cause it. So, like, when you shoot and then when you do it, this is the difference. Look at his clip. Like, that's normal shooting right there. And then this is with Fast Ray. That was the whole clip right there. Just, yeah, Fast Ray doesn't work on console, unfortunately. Well, there are ways to get it to work, but it doesn't. Like, you kind of need a modded controller. Which is why it is sort of listen, I don't entirely disagree with banning it solely because it's a difficult thing to regulate. How can you possibly tell if somebody's doing Fast Ray with a macro versus if they are doing it with those binds? Yeah, you're basically just changing your button layout. Listen, it's not cheating in the sense, it does allow you to kill zombies faster. You would mainly only use it on survival maps and also, like, first rooms, where, like, on town high rounds and Nuketown high rounds, the strategy is just you get a ray gun out of the box and you use the whole ray gun on the zombies. And when you're on round 90, it takes an entire ray gun to kill a horde of zombies. So, what it allows you to do is it sort of allows you to get through all of your ammo faster. Turbine does ever turn off. It does turn off. I destroy it when it's, like, at risk, if that makes sense. It starts cutting out after about 2 minutes and change. Hey, Cheese from America. Is it Cheese or Ches? I like your tutorial videos a lot. They inspired you to try in high round 5. That's awesome. Let me know how it goes. Is the Mob of the Dead strategy hard? It's one of the easiest ones I've covered so far. That one I literally did on my first try. It is Cheese? Okay, got it. Cheese from America. Hey, Monster. I'm doing well. How are you? It kind of eliminates the need for skill in high rounds. That's completely false. You still have to gather the zombies without dying. You also still have to hit the box and, like, trade without dying. And you still have to utilize your insta-kills incredibly well without fast ray, without burning through all your ammo. Like, you still have to go 100 hours without running out of downs, and without, without running into the mental fatigue of you're gonna spend 100 hours, a majority of it hitting the box. It does, like, you're saying it removes all the skill. That's just false. Like, it removes one aspect of it, which is having to shoot the ray gun for a long time. Now you just shoot the ray gun for less time in faster bursts. Yeah, you save time, but, like, every other aspect of the strategy besides how quickly you go through ray gun ammo is all the same. Especially the part where, when you're on round 90, it still takes 160 bullets from the ray gun to kill a zombie, no matter how fast you're shooting it. So it just saves you that time. You still need to go through the effort of gathering the zombies. The added inputs don't really make it that difficult. You're basically just using the scroll wheel to do everything. Almost out of War Machine. Oh, fuck off! Keeps doing that shit. None of them latched on. Oh my god. Any one of them. Come on, latch on. Hit the fucking turbine. Thank you. Jeez. The aspect of the fire rate of every weapon is skillless, considering your fire rate is ridiculous. Well, yeah, but you're not using every weapon. You're using the ray gun. You wouldn't use a majority of the weapons, just like you already don't use a majority of the weapons. Also, it only affects, like, we're only talking about the single-shot weapons. We're not talking about rapid-fire weapons. Like, it wouldn't work on the MTAR. Might as well add some scripts. Well, no. Again, what I just showed you is all vanilla gameplay. There are no mods. You could say that it's like using a mod, but we're not using a mod, is the point. Using a mod would be changing the game. We're not changing the game, we're using all the features in the game. I'm more of the belief. Hey, Claire. That, like, listen, it's more that it's difficult to regulate. It's more that it's like, how do you know if somebody's using Fast Ray with the correct inputs, or if they're using Fast Ray by using a macro? And that's going to be the sort of thing that's almost impossible to actually regulate. Call you Frankie? Got it, Frankie. What are some underrated wonder weapons, in my opinion? Underrated. The jet gun. Yeah, the jet gun's my immediate answer to that. I don't think the wave gun's underrated, because I think most people think the wave gun is good. I would argue it's underrated in the sense that nobody thinks the wave gun is the best Black Ops 1 wonder weapon, even though it's the best Black Ops 1 wonder weapon. Thank you for the 10 jewels. I appreciate that. Do you have a video on your channel about the differences between PC and console? The answer is a vast majority of the things are the same. The only differences are older consoles have more lag when you are on super high rounds. Like box lag, if you hit the box too many times, your game will start to lag. That is only really an issue on the 360 and the PS3, and it's much less of an issue on the modern consoles. But, like, otherwise, all the gameplay and everything else is the same. I guess you could argue, like, lack of features. Like, you can't change your FOV on console and you can on PC. But that's just... Sorry, Treyarch didn't put that feature into the game. You know. Fuck off. And I'm over here. I love the jet gun. Not baby gun. Most people consider baby gun to be the best BO1 wonder weapon. I think it's the wave gun. Because remember, like, what makes the wave gun... What makes the baby gun difficult is that, like, it requires you to hoard up the zombies to be able to use it effectively. It does have a lot of ammo. It does give power-ups, but also it sort of takes more skill to actually convert that into kills and more time. Favorite wonder weapon and box weapon? Favorite wonder weapon is Apothicon Servant. Favorite... But when you say box weapon, I'm assuming you mean non-wonder weapon. I'm gonna say the Helion Salvo. The wave gun... Well, the wave gun doesn't give drops. That's what makes it... Yeah, I guess one could argue worse. I would argue that's what makes it better. Because you can control when you get your max ammos. You can control that you only get your max ammos after using all of your ammo. Of course I know Zach too easy. Which map have the hardest high round strategy? I can't exactly give an answer to that. It depends on your goal, and it depends on what you're doing, and it kind of depends on the person. What else do I think is underrated besides the jet gun? Wizard mentioned Kraken earlier. I don't hate Kraken. Kraken, I think, is underrated. Favorite perk? Who's who? Wouldn't you be able to tell if it's a macro because their input timing would be the same every time? Maybe. Depends how they set up the macro, I guess. The hardest round 100 is the first one someone ever does. Well, my first round 100 was Shadows. But Shadows is very easy. Yeah, Who's Who? Who's Who is a perk that genuinely is the biggest, like, it rewards you for having skill. And almost no other perk actually truly does that the same way Who's Who does. Where's my camping spot on transit? I have a whole video on it. Oh, shit. Don't latch onto the turbine, please. Oh, it latched onto the fucking turbine. God damn it. Oh, right. I forgot I had a resonator down here. I was, like, prepping myself to go back up and get another one. Alright, thanks for stopping in, C. Jones. Do Double Tap 1.0 and Double Tap 2.0 give the same boost to fire rate? I believe... I don't actually know. Hardest 100 is probably Call of the Dead. Town. What's my favorite camping spot in transit? On top of the diner roof. Where do I camp in transit? In front of the farm. I have a whole video on it, as I just said. Just check on my channel. It's like 2 videos ago, or 3 videos ago. Yeah, the Bouncing Betty one and the Pack-a-Punch one, those are infinite weapon glitches. You could just have all the weapons on World at War. BO1 needs to have a 255 like BO2 and 3 have one. There's at least 2 maps that I would say it is possible. Moon and Shinonuma definitely can see 255, possibly Derice. Granted, Moon can see above 255. It's not capped, right? I believe the highest round that we will end up seeing on Moon will be close to 260. What's my favorite Black Ops 2 map? Die Rise. What sets Moon and Shinonuma apart from the rest? Fast strategies, high reset. Shinonuma is not fast, it just has a really high reset. And it, like, part of why it's fast is because you have dog rounds. Alright. What happened to my Mark II ray gun? I traded it out when I took the down because I had to go through the witch's house and it had no ammo. Gotta eat 100 milligrams of gummies before you're around 100? Jeez. Done 100 a couple times. I did 200 once and it didn't go well. I feel like it's much easier on PC to hoard up really tight and have the zombies behave more predictable and need less space. Playing on 250 FPS makes it a little bit easier to dodge hits than it is if you play on like 60 FPS. I don't know exactly why, but like something about the way your movement works. What's my favorite Black Ops 2 wonder weapon? It's either Sliquifier or Jet Gun. It might be Jet Gun, actually. I think it's Jet Gun. Yeah, it wasn't a reset, it was a box error. I mean, yeah, definitely. Because, again, if Moon didn't exist, he would have had double the box hits. And that wouldn't have been an issue. Latch onto the fucking turbine, please. There we go. Only one latched on, of course. Fuck off.
I'm just gonna leave this here for now. Do yourself a favor. Don't get back up.
There we go. Hey, I eat you.
Don't get back up.
Is it possible to get 200 a mob with 200 downs? Yes. Can't we down patch to get rid of the moon box thingy? It wouldn't be allowed, or at the very least, it wouldn't be like, you can't compete on the normal leaderboards with that. If you could do that, you would do that, and you would like double the number of box hits you get on BO1 Knocked and just smoke the record. Which some people have argued in favor of, like, oh, let's, you know, have a category or something where we play on an older patch, but what's the first perk I get on Black Ops 2 Transit? All of your Transit questions would be better answered by just watching the Transit guide that I just released a couple weeks ago. Why am I red? Yeah, obviously I don't always care about what's allowed, but also I'm not going to be the one to play on the oldest patch version of BO1 Knocked and fucking hit the box 10,000 times for the Thunder Gun. I'm all good on that. BO1 does not have a round cap, BO2 does. The Paralyzer, I believe Pack-a-Punching it, all it does is make it do a little more damage to the zombies, and also make it so that when you, like, hold down the trigger, it's slower. The counter, like, for how long before you have to cool down is a little bit slower, I believe. Hey, wait, did I get the war machine out of the fridge yet? I don't think I did. Should do that. Hey, 50 DSR. Savoy, I'm not answering that. Am I disappointed that BO2 has a round cap? A little, yeah. It's sort of fine just because it took so long for anyone to even find it, you know? Or rather, reach it. But BO2 having a round cap led to BO3 having a round cap, and that I have a problem with. Yeah, oldest patch also doesn't have mule kick, that's true. One more quick question. What's up? My first round 100 on Black Ops 2 was on Die Rise, I believe. What BO2 maps have hit the cap? Only Buried. And Transit likely will soon, but I don't think any other map can hit the cap. Although, who knows, if they end up porting a bunch of the, like, BO2 Chronicles maps, maybe we'll see. Alright, let me get my, War Machine. Wizard, end of round 80, grab the War Machine out of the fridge. That'll go in the guide. Oh, he's so far away. He's gonna get knocked over. Oh. Fuck! Where are you going? Oh, and the turbine's cutting out? Might as well get a new turbine. I have not played the PS5 port, so I couldn't tell you about any differences that might exist. There's very few, though. I mean, mostly, it's less differences with, like, there's not, like, new stuff in the ports. It's more that the ports are not on the latest patch for some reason. So there's certain glitches that were patched out that exist on the ports. PS5 ports are not allowed on the leaderboards for the reason I just said. That there's, like, a bunch of weird changes. How are you doing, Cowrie? I came off of... this is my first day off after playing 2 shows in the last week. 2 shows as in 2 runs of shows with multiple shows each. Favorite Call of the Dead character? George Romero. You don't have AC? That's rough. It's pouring rain today. I was supposed to be teaching swim lessons, but it's raining. So, wait. Huh. What a crazy sentence that I just had to read there. Oh, fuck off. Matsuko. We all know nobody ever drowns in the rain. That's true. If you're worried about drowning in the rain, just cover yourself in oil. Oh yeah, there's like a lot of errors. I've been seeing a lot of posts and like people complaining, saying, "Oh, I got to round 70 on Origins, on Buried, on Kino, on XYZ port map, and then crashed." And I don't know what would be causing that sort of stuff. Origins attempt number 20. What's my highest rounds on what map? Like, ever? Overheating is the primary cause of crashes. But, like, why is the PS5 overheating playing a 15-year-old game? How much time are you spending per round, more or less? What do you mean? Are you asking if the rounds get longer? Is it just me, or does the resonator, like 1 out of 10 times it gets destroyed, it doesn't show the blue? Sometimes that happens. You just gotta watch out for that. But, like, you'll usually be able to tell. My highest round on any zombies map, there's a few answers. I've been... The head chopper's not really viable, not past the early rounds. Just doesn't get enough kills, and too slowly. My highest round is round 935 on Mauer, but if you don't count that because there are fewer zombies per round, lovely, which some people don't, then my highest round is round 255, which I did on both Shadows of Evil and Revelations. So, good luck trying to beat that. To be fair, Revelations was done on console. It wasn't on PC, so you can tie it. Oh, right, tag. How did I forget tag? Fuck. Oh, yeah, I also had round 410 on Tagged or Toten. Damn, that's silly of me. I forgot my own... That was my first world record. How long did it take me? Which map? Tag is still my longest game of zombies to this day. Yeah, I got to around 410 in winter of 2020. What controller do I use? Right now, I'm using a PS5 controller on my PC. I'm not going to end the game when I hit 100. I'm going to keep playing as long as I can. Although, we will see how far I end up going today specifically, but I will continue tomorrow. Revelations took me, like, 35 hours. Shadows took me 40 hours. I hate to say it. When I was growing up, I always believed that Xbox controllers were superior, and I still kind of believe that. But I've gotten so used to playing on PS4 and 5 controllers that it's, like, difficult for me to go back. Symbols, are you in my Discord server? Go into the Discord server, and under BO1 Tools, click on Competitive T5 Patch. Slowly but surely making some progress. running pubs with randoms until you get your account hacked. How did I fucking fall? What? Yeah, the Xbox One controller is definitely worse than the 360. I feel like the 360 controller is like the superior controller.
I'm gonna leave this here for now.
Hackers on zombies, there's only so much they can do. Because it's not like... On Black Ops 1 and Black Ops 2 at least, it's not like you get into a lobby with a hacker and they're like maxing out your account. Maybe they fuck with your stats or like give you shotguns, but oh no. Now I have shotguns. Which I already would have had shotguns. Yeah, 5 is quite easy. It's, again, it's... 5 is... You couldn't set the windows? Sometimes it happens. If you get unlucky, sometimes you just gotta restart. Like I said, you can do it once per round, and statistics would say that you should get it within like 15 rounds. But also, you know, that's the expected value. That's not like you're not gonna get it. It is a cool concept. This is Gusty Garden Galaxy, yes. No, 5 is one of those maps, like, Zetsubo is one, Transit's one, arguably Die Rise is one, but not really. Where the high round strategy is easy, but the setup is the pain in the ass. Like, and a lot of time, Origins is one as well. And a lot of times it's like you keep dying during the setup, but then once you get past the setup and once you start the high round strategy, it's actually chill. What are most fun maps to round 100 in my opinion? I mean, most of the BO1 maps are really fun. Just because they always keep you on your toes. Die Rise is also fun. Transit was pretty fun, surprisingly. Claymores didn't kill the Pentagon Thief, then you probably didn't put enough Claymores down. But also, again, like I said, if the Claymores don't work, it's not a super big deal. Just kill him. Or not even kill, just let him take your MPL. And just get a new one. Thief has capped health, I believe. His health does increase, like, for the first couple Thief rounds, but I believe, like, either the third or fourth time that he spawns in, his health just stays the same after that. Similar to dogs. Like, dogs, their health increases for, like, the first 3 dog rounds, and then after that, it's just capped. This dude's gonna latch on. Yep. Wait, did he not? Oh, he actually didn't latch on? It's crazy. I don't play FIFA, no. I don't really play any sports video games. Sports, I play. Sports video games, no. Easiest solo Easter egg on Black Ops 3, the Giant. What map would I most want to do next? I don't know if I'm gonna regret saying Gorod out loud. Do I think town will be beat? It would be really cool if it does. We shall see.
I'm just gonna leave this here for now.
Knocked? Absolutely not. Giant doesn't count? Why not? It gives you a gate worm and everything. Quite literally does count. You need to do the giant to do the Revelations ending. Or, you know, like the true ending, where you get the million XP and whatever. Absolutely counts. You should have specified. If you're asking easiest Easter egg that isn't the giant, you should have said easiest Easter egg that isn't the giant. To which my answer is probably Rev. Sometimes it happens, Preston. Favorite sports to play and watch. I like playing baseball. I also like playing cricket. Like my friends and I will play cricket in the backyard. Which I know, crazy to hear from an American. Cricket's just a fun sport. I love watching cricket. But my favorite sport to watch is American football. I'm a big Buffalo Bills fan. Oh, okay. Did I play baseball growing up? I did when I was in elementary school. I was not very good at it, and I did not enjoy it back then. I enjoy it more in a casual setting than I did, like, competing in Little League. Bills suck besides James Cook. Listen, the Bills are going to do well this year. I thought the last couple years were real good chances for us to make it to the Super Bowl. I'm carefully optimistic. And I say carefully because I think that Joe Brady becoming our head coach is a bit of a questionable decision. I get the feeling that it is Josh Allen sort of being a little bit attached to his offensive coordinator and not wanting, like, to totally clean house, if that makes sense. But maybe it will be good, you know? I'm not gonna rule anything out. But also at the same time, like, DJ Moore is such an asset that we have been missing. Josh Allen plus James Cook plus DJ Moore will be an elite trio. Serious, like, no, not Siri. Just fucking, my phone. Siri just activated itself.
I'm just gonna leave this here for now.
How do you feel about the USA's red card being removed by Trump in the last World Cup? It pissed me off a lot. I was rooting against the US, to be fair. It'll be cool to see me on Varrook BO1. I probably won't play that again anytime soon because I already did the 100 and I made a tutorial and a second video. But oh yeah, that's true. But also that's sort of what makes Josh Allen such a phenomenal player. He's truly, like, possibly the greatest quarterback in the league at just being on his feet. He can recognize, like, oh, hey, there's a path. I don't need to pass this ball, and just run. And he's unstoppable on his feet, man. Root for Belgium. I was rooting... Listen, to be fair, I do not like soccer/football. I would call it football, but we were just talking about American football. I don't like soccer, like, at all as a sport. I don't follow it when it isn't the World Cup, and I don't care for the World Cup either. I didn't care for seeing Trump get himself involved in the World Cup, and as soon as he did that shit, I was like, oh, fuck the US. I want them to be eliminated immediately. And listen, to be fair, here's the counter argument. When a red card like that is given, does it need to be, like, reviewed and confirmed? Yes. Is it possible that the red card would have been overturned naturally without somebody interfering? Possibly, right? Probably. I don't know, right? But did Trump have to get himself involved? No. Did he anyway? Yes. Did he brag about the fact that did he openly say, I got that red card overturned? Yes. Why would he admit that? Why would he say that shit out loud? Like, why would he act so openly corrupt? Oh yeah, it's because he's openly corrupt, right? I don't really care, but they got eliminated, doesn't matter. The honest truth is I was never rooting for the US because fuck the US. But I don't care enough about soccer at all, so I was basically just, like, rooting for specific teams solely because of people I know. Like, one of my IRL friends is from Senegal, so I was, like, cheering on Senegal for the first couple games. And then, you know, one of my mods is from Brazil, so I was cheering for Brazil a little bit. And then as more and more teams got eliminated, I was like, fuck it, I don't know, I guess I hope it's England. And then it wasn't England, and once the finals came around, I was like, as long as it's not Argentina, man, I don't know. And the only reason I had to say that, is, well, they won last time. Like, that's what I had gotten down to. I was like, I don't care. I was rooting for Spain because of a YouTuber I like. That's it. Do I watch the NBA? Not really. In the sense that, like, I'm not gonna sit here and pretend, oh, I was rooting for the Knicks the whole time, because I didn't watch a single Knicks game until the playoffs. And then only once they were in the playoffs, I was like, oh, okay, they might, maybe, and then we all saw what happened. And, like, once the finals came around, I was like, well, I'm from New York, obviously I'm gonna root for the Knicks, but I'm not gonna sit and pretend I've been rooting for them the whole time. Like, I'm doing it because I'm bandwagoning, because it's my home team.
Do yourself a favor. Don't get back up.
Listen, I don't, if it's a sport I don't care about, I'll just root for whoever, for the sake of, oh, well, you know, my friend. Because I think that's sort of, like, it's just about the wholesome idea of, like, I have friends and they care about these things, so I want to show that I care at least a little bit. Do I watch WWE? No, I don't.
I'm just gonna leave this here for now.
Do I watch MotoGP? Would you hate me if I said I don't actually know what sport that is? Is that like motorsports, like racing? I couldn't tell you a single thing about that. I also, like, listen, many reasons that I don't care about the World Cup. I would argue FIFA is more corrupt than Donald Trump is, and Donald Trump is one of the most corrupt people on earth right now. Motorbike racing? I wouldn't have known. I don't watch it, unfortunately. Sounds interesting. FIFA's arguably more corrupt than Donald Trump. They literally use slave labor to fucking build the stadiums in Qatar. So, like, why should I care? I don't care about the sport. I don't care about the teams. I don't care about FIFA. I definitely don't care about Donald Trump. And you know what I cared about the least? I hated having to commute into work in the city that I work in. You know, Mamdani's city where I work. And getting to Penn Station, because I take the train to work, and I get to Penn Station, and it's fucking filled with soccer fans, and it's filled with police, and getting out of there is a fucking mess, and getting in there is a fucking mess. Literally, I finished up work one day, and it happened to be a game day, and, like, all the entrances to Penn Station were closed except for one, so I had to go to that one entrance, and I got, like, randomly stopped, and the police were like, we need to search your bag, and I was like, you're not searching my bag? And they were like, we have to search your bag, it's a random screening, and I was like, I'm not even going to the game, I'm going home, like, from work. I'm not going to New Jersey, I'm going the other direction. Fuck New and he was like, I need to search your bag, and I was like, I don't consent to a search, and he's like, then you can't go in. And so I walked out, and I walked like one block over to the next entrance and just walked in, and nobody searched my bag. It was a fucking pain in the ass, is what it was. I was like, fuck that. Fuck hosting the World Cup.
It's probably best to just leave it here for now.
Shatter their will!
Quick Splits, thanks for the sub. What's my worst round 100? The one I wanted to get out of the way the most? I will be much happier once I live in the reality where BO1 Noct is behind me. Trust me, I'm looking forward to that one the least, and it's not close.
Don't get back up.
And I'm gonna be clear, you guys aren't gonna appreciate it either. It's gonna be a lot of hitting the box, and not a lot of playing the game. A lot of box hits. How long is BO1 Noct?
It's a turbine.
Like, let's just say I'm hoping it will be under 30 hours, and that is not a guarantee. BO3 Noct, I'm assuming you use megas, because classics, you can't, classics or no gums, you're not doing that in 7 hours. Am I looking forward to the IW100s? I'm looking forward to Spaceland and maybe Rave. I don't know about the others. What even kills on round 100 on Noct? The Thunder Gun. That's it. And you can't pack-a-punch it, so you kill 14 hordes worth of zombies, and then you hit the box for a new Thunder Gun. And that's it. What about AW100? I'm also not looking forward to that one either, but we'll also see, like, remember, a lot of it comes down to, like, people have to vote for it first. And I just believe that for the most part, other than a couple specific Infinite Warfare maps, I just don't think that, like, any Advanced Warfare or World War II map is going to win before any Black Ops 1, 2, or 3, or 4 map does. I've played IW Zombies like 3 times in my life, so I know very little about it, to be fair.
Got knocked right off your feet that time.
Burger Town round 100. I'm a little surprised a BO4 map hasn't come up yet, but like I'm not too surprised just because I think that people have this preconceived notion that, oh, the video's just gonna be get the Helion Salvo and camp. And that's kind of just scratching the surface of BO4, but that is also what a lot of people expect from BO4. Because the answer is, like, yeah, if you're only trying to hit round 100, on many maps, you can just get the Helion Salvo. But that's not really the point of the series, is it? I do want to be able to teach you strategies that can work long-term, not just strategies that only work to 100, right? On most of the maps I've covered so far, the strategy to 100 is the same strategy that you keep doing for the rest of the game, right? I guess I didn't include insta-kill rounds in most of the videos, but like, when you get to whatever you do to 100, you keep doing that. But Black Ops 4 is not that, because yeah, you can camp to round 100 with the Helion Salvo, but the Helion Salvo doesn't last you forever. Like, eventually ammo becomes an issue pretty quickly. I showed the die rise variations. That one's just, like, very obviously, like, you can't go past round 100. Favorite zombies main menu? Black Ops 2. That's a good question. Oh, shit. Shield camp strat can go forever. No, it cannot. Because it will crash your game on most maps.
I'm just gonna leave this here for now.
No war machine? Well, I had grenades. On what round? Like, before 200 usually. Also, it's just, like, here, so shield camp strategy just isn't a good strategy on any map. Even though it's an easy strategy, it's just not fast. Like, it's safe, but it's slow. It's not really viable. Would I consider hardcore mode? Absolutely, although what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna treat it as normal and hardcore are considered two separate maps. So, just like on Black Ops 3, I'm gonna do classic guns unless the tutorial specifies megas, right? And on most maps it's similar, but like on World at War, or on BO3, Noct and Verrückt and Shinonuma, classics and megas have to be covered separately. So I'm gonna treat those as like two separate things that can be voted for. For Black Ops 4, for normal and for hardcore, I'm gonna treat those separately. So like if you specify hardcore, I will play hardcore. Even for classified? Yeah, classified it's like stupidly slow. Like getting to round 150 on classified with the shield strat takes 12 plus hours, but with just the Helion Salvo and traps, it's like 8 hours on average. And with megas, it's like 6 hours. Yeah, you can run shield strategy. It's just by far the most boring, and it's slow, and it's just not good. I would love to know the cause of that, too. Hey, Wesley, I'm doing well. How are you? Where would I camp with the Helion with megas? You camp in the lower elevator in the war room. Yeah, when people don't specify for BO3, I'm gonna do classics. If it isn't specified. Alright, thanks for stopping in, Tom Brown. The Bowie knife room just isn't very fast. Do you think that Grief Unturned happened because of the Richtofen ending? I would generally argue they aren't canon, but, like, if you made that argument that, like, oh, it's Richtofen having fun, I would say, sure, why not? Cooper's doing very well. That is a fun headcanon. Could I just use alternate gameplay? What do you mean? Grief high rounds would be terrible, because with 8 players, you have like, I don't know the exact number, but it's like 16 times as many zombies. Something ridiculous like that. Like, rounds are really slow on Grief if you have 8 players. Technically, I guess you also can't, like, game over by dying. Because the only way to have the game end would be either for the host to end the game, or for one team to survive while the other dies. But if you're intentionally going for high rounds, you would keep both teams alive. Favorite 3D Mario? Probably Galaxy. You can't seem to get past 40. Are you playing on the port, by chance? Because I've been hearing a lot of issues with people crashing on the BO2 port. You get asked to do Shadows Classics, but you have footage for Shadows Megas 2. In the Classic Guide, you can just do a quick summary of how you would do the Mega Strat if you had. Well, in my already existing Shadows video, I did run Megas, and then said, this is what you do if you're running Classics. So, kinda, yeah. But I'm gonna default to Classics. You're playing the port? Yeah, there's some issue with the port where certain maps just crash, and I don't know why. But I will ask, is there a chance that your PlayStation is overheating? Because that's what someone said earlier. But like but I've been hearing a lot of people just crashing on Buried in the 40s. So it's probably not even your fault. BO2 used to have an 8-player glitch on normal, but then that was patched out. But you can still play 8-player lobbies on Plutonium. Yeah, it's gotta be something with the game. This part of the game's always annoying when I'm like, I'm literally gonna lose like an hour just waiting for straggler zombies at the end of a round. When's Wonderful coming around again? I don't know the next time he'll end up visiting in person. To be determined. Hopefully soon. I mean, there's a decent chance that we're going to try to plan it so that I go to visit him rather than the other way around. Well, I can hit 100 today, so I'm not working today, so I kind of don't have any specific time that I have to get off. So I'm just going to kind of keep playing until either around 100 or until I'm bored, whichever happens second, I guess. What SPH is this? It's like 14. Does my timer at the top right only work on plutonium? The specific one I'm using, yes. It only works on, like, PC. But it's easiest to set up on plutonium. 255. So right now the fastest 255 on Buried, which is this strategy, took 88 hours, I believe. So if I'm doing it, if like the amount of time is like anywhere in the 90-ish hour range, I'd be pretty happy. Who's my Smash main? Mr. Game & Watch. Thanks for asking. I don't talk about Smash that often. I haven't played Smash in a while. I would love to get back into playing. You get input delays on plutonium? I don't. Isabel? That's valid. Isabel is a character that I tend to struggle against. Wonderful did not discover this strat, nor did he get 255. He does not have a 255. He has held the world record on Buried. I'm trying to remember if it was 3 times or 4 times. He had like a 159, which was the then world record. I'm using a PS5 controller, so I have this program called DualSense X. But I also, you can see down here, when I use my PS4 controller, I have DS4 Windows, is what I use. Hey, Mossy. Joker and Steve. Ah, Steve. Steve is a character that I just cannot get good at. I know that he's, like, the best character in the game, but he's just got such a high skill ceiling. Byleth I'm really good against. Game & Watch also is just an amazing character, but I like him because he's kind of easy to pick up and he's easy to learn the combos. And he's a character that, like, of course every character dominates in the center of the stage, but he's a character that works incredibly well off the stage. And is just so floaty, and like you do not need to dominate center stage to do well with Game & Watch, and that's sort of what makes him a difficult character to play against. I did see the DLC 5 is being brought to PC. I'm looking forward to playing that, although I might want to try it on my console, to be fair. Well, listen, I feel like this is crazy to say, especially because, like, there's fucking, what, 82 characters in the game or something like that? Smash Ultimate is one of the most balanced games. In the sense that, like, yes, at the top tournament level, you're only gonna see a lot of the top tier characters. You're gonna see a lot of Steve players, Joker players, Game & Watch, whatever. But, like, you can win a major tournament with any character. You really can. Certain characters are more difficult, don't get me wrong, but every character is, like, somewhat viable. Unlike on, like, Melee, or especially Brawl, where certain characters are just outright garbage and are just a massive disadvantage. And even Smash 4. Which is why you see, like, certain characters are good against most of the cast, but, like, they lose to specific characters. Yeah, Sora on Smash is pretty hype. I'm not surprised. If anything, I was more surprised when I saw Steve in Smash. I thought that was the most hype reveal. And Twitter seems to agree. Because I always laugh about this. I think I brought this up before. There are 2 times since Twitter was founded where a single topic was trending so much that all of Twitter crashed. The second time it happened was when Steve got announced for Smash. Steve joining Smash was so hype that all of Twitter crashed for everyone. The first time that it happened was when Michael Jackson died. Those are the only times that a single topic was so important that it crashed Twitter. Oh yeah, Sans just suddenly being a skin was so bonkers to me. I'm not that surprised that Sora made it in because he's an iconic character. I will say, I'm still a little disappointed that we didn't see Crash Bandicoot. Because Crash Bandicoot would have been perfect in Smash. Like he's an iconic OG character. I grew up playing those games. A lot of people did. Still popular to this day. No Crash Bandicoot in Smash Ultimate. But we got fucking how many Fire Emblem characters? Yeah, oh shoot. Everyone's getting hacked on multiplayer right now. Which is sad for the health of the ports, you know, but also I fucking called it. People were like, "Oh, the ports are going to be good because there's going to be no modders." And I go, "No, there's going to be no modders for a week or two." How many of you guys were in my live streams the week before the port came out where I was like, "Yeah, they're going to figure out how to mod it in no time." This map is so boring. I like it. Again, I like having a map where I have moments where I can chill and just talk to chat. Spyro 2. Crash Bandicoot and Spyro not making it into Smash. Hey Ashton, how's it going? I gotta say, I did see her metrics posted. It was like the fastest round 30 unburied with Pack-a-Punch. Because round 30 speedruns, normally you wouldn't Pack-a-Punch at all because it's just slower to go there. But he did the fastest 30 with Pack-a-Punch. And the strat that he was running was actually really cool. And something that I'm considering like going back and trying just for the sake of putting in the video, but maybe I don't have to. I mean, yeah, trust me, I agree, but that's sort of the problem with, like, you can say all you, what? You can say all you want about, like, how well or not well Black Ops 7 is doing, but the fact is, if Black Ops 7 was doing well, then they wouldn't have needed to release these ports in the middle of its life cycle. Simple Jack. Leroy's chilling. He does look like Simple Jack. Fucking, oh my god, what's the name of the movie? Where what's-his-face is in blackface? Tropic Thunder. Robert Downey Jr. in blackface. Oh shit. That movie's great. Will they do a Modern Warfare 2 and 3 port? They will if wait, what game is releasing this year? Modern Warfare 4, which is the 7th Modern Warfare game. They will if Modern Warfare 4 flops, which, who knows? Probably will flop. Yeah, same situation as Infinite Warfare. Infinite Warfare flopped, and they were like, fuck, let's do Zombies Chronicles. They never do that, unless the game's doing shitty. Yeah, it's absolutely for the shareholders.
You may not have seen it, but I know you felt it. You feeling the boom?
They should do what Mario Kart does. They had think about it, they had 4 Mario Kart games, right? The original Mario Kart 64, of course. Just like Super Mario, everything was 64 because it was on the 64. Mario Kart Super Circuit, Mario Kart Double Dash. And then they were like, fuck, what should we name the next one? Oh, I know, let's just name it after the console it's on. Okay, so Mario Kart DS, Mario Kart Wii. Okay, cool, what should we name the next game? Should we name it Mario Kart 3DS? Well, no, then people would get it confused with Mario Kart DS. So let's come up with a really creative name. Oh yeah, Mario Kart 7. Because it's the 7th one. Alright, so what comes after Mario Kart 7? Oh yeah, Mario Kart 8. And then what's after Mario Kart 8? Now that's where they get ya. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Let's just do the same game twice. Modern Warfare Remastered released alongside IW. Well, yeah, their trailer... Remember, the Infinite Warfare trailer became the most disliked video on YouTube. Yes, I use Hibernate to continue my runs. They think we're gonna release a new Mario Kart game? Absolutely not. You gotta wait 11 years. 11 years for a new Mario Kart game after every other one had like 4 years in between. Ultimate Pichu is very slept on? I thought Ultimate Pichu was like an A-tier character. He's better than Pikachu, which doesn't make any sense to me. Because he's literally the one character with a self-damage mechanic on half of their moves. What should Treyarch's next game be called? Listen, all I'm saying is, if Treyarch's next game has the words Black Ops in the title, they've already done something wrong. Hey, Meep. It's gotta be anything but Black Ops. By the way, I don't know if you guys are appreciating enough the actually useful War Machine. Because the War Machine's so good with this strategy.
I'm just gonna leave this here for now. Falling down is all you're good for. You feeling the boom?
It's useful on 3 BO2 maps, actually. Because it's useful on Town, on this map, and on Origins. Like, on all 3 of those maps, the War Machine is actually something that you want to have and use. Albeit in certain specific situations. But being able to use it in specific situations is better than the 90% of weapons that you don't use at all.
Seen it, but I know you felt it. Do yourself a favor. Don't get back up.
You use it on Town, not for explosive damage, for fast insta-kills. On Town, you can see the current world record does this. If you keep the door leading to Juggernog closed, and you camp, like, in that area below Jug, it's a 3-spawn strategy. So, anytime you get an insta-kill, you want to pull out that upgraded War Machine and just spam all 3 of the spawns and kill zombies as quickly as possible. Because it's going to save literal hours of not having to kill those zombies with the ray gun. Is the War Machine essential for this strategy? Not essential, but it does make it easier.
Falling down is all you're good for.
You made your saxophone teacher help you learn Gusty Garden Galaxy. That's great. I just want a completely new IP. I don't want it to be in the Black Ops universe. I don't want it to have Black Ops in the title. I just want Treyarch to start anew. Just go back to the basics. Tone back everything that ruins zombies. Yeah, it's very similar to the reason it's useful on Origins. On Origins, it's incredibly powerful for insta-kills. And it's something like, if you are going for an Origins world record, you usually want to have the War Machine. And in fact, most world record players are restarting for War Machine, Monkeys, and Mark II out of the first box. The Black Ops name sells. Black Ops 7 didn't sell. Black Ops 7 sales were down 63% compared to Black Ops 6. Notice how they haven't even released the sales numbers for the last 3 games, which is sort of unusual for them. Which is especially ironic considering that they did release the sales and player counts for Black Ops 1 and 2 ports. BO7 only sold poorly because of timing. It sold poorly because it was a carbon copy of the previous game, which also was poorly received. I'm still waiting for anyone to convince me that Black Ops 7 isn't just Year 2 DLC for Black Ops 6. And yes, I'm not gonna deny, Black Ops 7 is better than Black Ops 6. But the bar is so fucking low, man. Yeah, we're never gonna get a standalone zombies game, as much as people want to beg for it. And again, it is the one thing that the community has been begging for years. That's all anyone talks about. Oh, we will get a standalone zombies game. We'll get a We're never getting it. I'm sorry, we're never getting it. I want it just as much as you guys, but we're never gonna get it. Because they don't like money.
Probably best to just do yourself a favor. Don't get back up.
Oh yeah, the campaign is awful. I don't know what the fuck they were thinking with Black Ops 7's campaign, especially to be like, yeah, it's a direct sequel to Black Ops 2.
Right off your feet that time.
I don't play Black Ops 7 Zombies. I really don't care to.
Anyone see what's happening here?
Whoa. I can't get past this guy. He's like fully body blocking. Oh well. Yeah, I would say play the BO1 campaign first. But you technically don't need to... excuse me, I got the hiccups. You don't need to have played the BO1 campaign to, like, play the BO2 campaign, but I would say play it first. BO1 campaign is like absolute one of the best campaigns we've gotten. BO1, Modern Warfare 2 and 3, like that was Call of Duty in its prime. Not just the campaigns, like those 3-4 games, Black Ops 1 and 2, Modern Warfare 2 and 3, that was Call of Duty's prime right there. Hasn't been the same since. Hey, Takio. Yeah, Ghosts was definitely... I didn't hate Ghosts multiplayer that much, but it was definitely not exactly the right step. But I think that Ghost is much better than some other games we've received since then. It's just the mud and spawn speed, unfortunately. Do I think they should bring back Chaos and finish that story? As far as I'm aware, they did bring back Chaos and ruin that story. Wasn't all of Black Ops 6 literally, hey guys, Richtofen's looking for the Sentinel artifact now? I mean, yeah, we don't find out what happens after Ancient Evil, but who cares? How come there's no Volt Trade? Because Volt Trade's kind of annoying. The green gas... The gas. Green gas just, like, gets in the way more than it helps. Yeah, maybe we won't ever find out what happened to Scarlet and Diego and all them, but who cares? We have a new, shittier story. Thank you for the... For slightly less than 69 joules. I appreciate that. Did I at least try the Ashes of the Damned boss fight? No, because I don't care about Easter eggs. Easter eggs are not the selling point of the game for me at all. Mist? I don't think it's mist. I guess. I think gas. Mist. Green mist. Maybe it's mist. Greatest boss fight of all time? Well, I've heard many people who disagree with that. But also, again, like, that doesn't compel me to want to play Black Ops 7, because, oh, I do the Ashes of the Damned Easter egg. I've done the boss fight. Then what? Like, I don't see it. I don't think it's fun to just keep doing the boss fight over and over again, to keep doing the Easter egg over and over again. Like, I'm the type of player that once I've done it once, I've done it. I see no desire to do it over and over. That, by the way, another thing that's actually really well designed about Infinite Warfare is they actually gave you a real reason to go back and do all the Easter eggs for a second time. And in theory, fucking... What's it called? You can even do Zombies in Spaceland a third time for the cutscene. Perfect! Oh, shit. My favorite. Are they on the turbine? I actually... Oh, yeah, they are. Okay. I haven't done any of the boss fights on Infinite Warfare, because I've only played Infinite Warfare like 3 times. Hey, Deke. I'm doing well. Infinite Warfare, so there's no end. Director's Cut is, like, one of the most underrated features. It is really cool to just kind of have, like, that game's equivalent of, like, creative mode, basically. What's my take on Super Easter Egg rewards? I think that they're cool. I think that Black Ops 3 did Super Easter Egg rewards the best. Starting with an RK5 is, like, just powerful enough to make it worth it, but also just minor enough that it's not, like, overpowered of a reward, you know? Director's Cut is a fun Super Easter Egg reward, but also, like, Director's Cut is just kind of its own thing. There are weapon variants that are super broken? Like what? What about Cold War's purple rarity? Like the upgraded rarity? That one I sort of think is similar to starting with the RK5. Although, to be fair, I actually haven't done that one. I haven't done any Cold War Easter eggs besides D Machine. I think I got carried through that one once. I never cared about it enough. It does save you a lot of salvage early in the game, which is nice. What are my favorite games right now that I'm playing? When you say games, are we talking, like, Call of Duty or just in general? Oh, wait. Is my fucking turbine already crapping? It is. In general, I mean, I've been playing... The game that I am playing the most right now is Mario Kart World. Anytime I'm playing video games and it's not on stream, it's Mario Kart World. You just got the RK5 through DS4C. Oh, yeah, that's fair. Hey, look at that. We got it back. Love me a good War Machine. 8 Deluxe looks better still. I think they both look good. I think they just... Like, 8 Deluxe has a very realistic style, which I loved a lot at the time. But I also love Mario Kart World's more cartoony style that's very similar to, like, what Mario Wonder did. I think that was, like, a good change. While I think that both of them look really good in their own way. To be fair, I'm still a little disappointed at Nintendo for, like, how shitty the first couple waves of the Booster Course Pass look compared to the base game 8 Deluxe. But they did actually sort of take that into consideration and made it better with the newer waves. Buried is a somewhat quick 100. It'll be like 6.5 hours total. I think Kino's overrated as hell. I think Kino's a little overrated. I think it's a good map. It's a simple map, you know? And I have very little complaints about simple maps. Have I ever played Blackout? Very little. Like, I've played a few matches back when it was, like, back when Black Ops 4 was the newest game. But I wasn't the biggest fan. I'm not a fan of Battle Royale in general. Like, I played Fortnite back in 2018, 2019 when it was, like, big, but I wasn't the biggest fan, and I kind of stopped pretty quickly. Hey, Zesty Buffalo, how's it going? Darius is just a better version of Kino. I don't entirely disagree with that.
I'm just gonna leave this.
But the Thunder Gun's fun. Again, it's like the older maps that were simple, that had very little to do, were just charming because the fun was just loading in and playing with your friends and trying to get to the highest round you could. And for most of us, that was maybe not even round 30. Some just want to survive, others want Easter egg with 100 quests. That's true, but the problem, one of the problems with modern zombies is that Treyarch is catering almost entirely to the players that want a million, like a massive Easter egg and a million little side quests, and not enough to the people who just want it to be difficult to survive. Thundergun doesn't scale with damage? What do you mean? It does infinite damage. And I think one of the most telling things was Treyarch throughout all of Black Ops 6's life cycle was like, hey, we really care about getting more people to want to do the Easter eggs and to be able to do the Easter eggs and to figure out how to do the Easter eggs. And so we added directed mode so that more people can do the Easter eggs on directed mode. Can I explain how I use the jet gun on Transit? Did you watch my Transit video? But what percentage of Zombies players actually did any of the Easter eggs on Black Ops 6, including with directed mode? Because I'm pretty sure the answer is still less than 5%. Even with a mode that walks you through it. Like, what percentage of players actually did the Easter eggs? That's what I want to know. They're trying so hard to get more people to do them, yet it's barely working. And it's because people don't care about Easter eggs. They care about the core gameplay loop of just load in and survive to the highest round you can and have fun. You'll check? Yeah, let me know. Also, same question for Black Ops 7, might I add. Like, what percentage of players that played Zombies? Not many did the VO2 Easter eggs. I mean, yeah. I'm not arguing that older Easter eggs are better. I'm arguing that Easter eggs have never been the main focus for most Zombies players. And so trying to design the games around we want more players to do the Easter egg and ruining high rounds and surviving in the process. It was more than 10% for Black Ops 7? Musty, that's not what I asked. I asked, of all the players, how many of them have done the Easter egg? Like, what percentage of players have the achievement on PlayStation, for example? I know PlayStation's only a third of the players, in theory, but, like... Damn, I got trolled. Are you copy and pasting a Google AI summary? 8%? 8% is still really low. Can we acknowledge, oh, we're designing the game so that Easter eggs are more accessible to new players, and still 92% of players aren't doing them? It has a source, though, so cite the source, not the Google AI. went from 4% to 8%. Wow. So, again, 92% of players don't care about Easter eggs. And to be fair, one could argue maybe that is a biased thing, because most people who don't care about Easter eggs, who just care about, like, playing and surviving, just don't play the new games anymore. I don't know why Die Rise is hated. I'm pretty sure it's just a select few big YouTubers that all suddenly decided, actually, Die Rise is the worst map, and everyone just started bandwagoning, and nobody actually gave it a fair chance. And if you hate it, it's a skill issue.
I'm just gonna leave this here for now.
That's my hot take that maybe isn't even that hot. Because at least, like, I played the game in 2012. I don't remember, like, everyone going, Die Rise sucks. I remember a lot of people going, Transit sucks. And I was one of those people. But I remember always loving Die Rise. The source was Cold War. I think not. Well, more than 10% of players play zombies. A lot of people play zombies. Maybe for a lot of players, multiplayer is more the focus and not zombies specifically. But you have to understand, there are a ton of people who buy Call of Duty only for zombies.
But I know you felt it. Falling down is all you're good for.
Transit was experimental, and I'm not saying that it succeeded in what it was trying to do. If anything, sort of the opposite. But I'm glad that they were willing to take risks and try something new that they thought would be fun, even if it didn't turn out to be as fun as they had hoped. I feel like there's just not enough of that in the newer games. Not enough taking risks. Every map feels the same. Box patches are allowed on BO2 only for speedruns, but not high rounds. And then on BO3, they're allowed just outright, I guess. Because it used to be high rounds, but not speedruns, but then they changed that. And now it's basically allowed for all the speedruns, except for 30 speedruns or something? I don't know. You're better off checking the rules page, because it's constantly changing. I'm trying to remember, did they hold a vote among the BO3 speedrunners where they decided that, oh, hey, box patching is now allowed for 100 speedruns? Was there ever a vote for that where they made it allowed, or did it just become allowed at some point? I'm asking genuinely, because I don't remember.
Don't get back up. Do yourself a favor. Don't get back up.
No, they just did it? Is that true? They just... So interesting. They can just make something allowed without holding a vote. Huh. Weird how that works.
Feeling the boom?
Who determines the rules? Great question. Town is... I think Town is a good map. I don't think it's overrated. Again, simple map. Simple maps are fun. The site... Well, not the site owner. The site owner doesn't have that much involvement other than the occasional, hey, welcome, hey, remember me? I'm racist and sexist. But he doesn't actually determine the rules anymore. Zappa's not the owner, no. Exactly, Whip of Justice. That's what I've been arguing for a long time now. Fork found in kitchen. Listen, I'm not gonna deny the stereotypes of gamers being sexist and racist, but that doesn't mean we need to perpetuate it. Doesn't give us an excuse to keep being sexist and racist in the year 2026. Can we just all be decent people? Would I rather do Bus Depot round 100 or BO1 knocked round 100? BO1 knocked, but also only one of those is actually possible. Yeah, being a good person is difficult. Does this mean Trump is a big king? I'm not watching. When you say, are you watching anything right now? Do you mean like in general, or do you mean like right this second? Are you asking if I have something open on my other monitor? The answer is no, I'm not listening to anything besides the music that you guys are listening to. Unless you're talking about, like, what shows am I watching? In which case, yeah, I'm watching stuff.
Do yourself a favor. Don't get back up.
You remember when Elon... Oh, yeah. Yeah, Elon, like, paid a guy to get his account to max rank on some game, and then he loaded into that game with a max rank account, was like, yeah, I grinded this myself, and couldn't figure out where the fucking options on the menu were.
Right off your feet that time.
BO1 doesn't have crossbow? Oh, BO1 Moon, you mean? Elon is a LARPer. This is what happens when we let losers get $1 trillion.
Don't get back up.
Yeah, Moon and Pubs is actually... I will not defend Shang or Moon's public match Pack-a-Punch steps.
It's a turbine. Like the one from the
Because, yeah, those maps are much better on solo. I'm sorry.
down is all you're good for.
Well, sure. I like Moon in public matches because I'm better than most other players, so I'm the one carrying. Hey, Wonderful. How's it going? Wonderful. Listen, something's wrong if I get to bury 255 before you do. That's all I'm saying. and Transit being the best pub. I don't know about that.
Probably better.
Town, yes. Again, Town, and to a slightly lesser extent, Farm and Bus Depot and Nuketown. Play Shadows, but fucking play Junction like the rest of us, man. If you're gonna die on round 101, play Junction. It's fast, it's fun. Now, again, like, the best public match experiences are Town, Farm, Bus Depot, Nuketown, also Derice, Kino, Ascension. And it's just because these are the maps where you just hop in and you have fun. You open the map, you hit the box, you turn on the power, and you survive as far as you can. You pack a bunch of weapons, you do your best. And people just want a simple experience. They don't want 87 augments to grind for and fucking 59 parts to pick up and shit you have to build and quests you have to do. Like, people don't want that. People don't want to have to look through an encyclopedia to figure out how to upgrade a staff.
Favor, don't get back up. Calm down, it's all your good.
You should definitely give Transit 100 a try.
It's a turbine, like the one from the town. I'm just gonna leave this here for now. You may not have seen it, but I know you felt it. Got knocked right off your feet that time.
Yeah, again, I think that Origins is an overrated map. People consider it one of the greatest maps of all time, but like, I just don't think it is good design if every single time I load in, I have to Google ice staff symbol step, like, because I just don't have it memorized. And yeah, I could brute force it, but like, that's annoying, and that feels wrong. And it shouldn't be designed that way. And then I have to Google wind staff upgrade, and that one's harder to brute force. Transit definitely looks better without the fog, but there's reasons it exists. Again, like, listen, I understand a lot of people have cheat sheets and whatnot, but I don't like having to load into maps and look at cheat sheets. I just want to know the information. If you are going to do some sort of quest or upgrade or whatever, make it easy enough that I can learn it the first time and always know it. And technically, Derizen I don't think is much better, but Derizen is a map where I know how to upgrade the Stormbow without looking at a tutorial. Oh, did I make it through that whole video? I did. We finished the Mario Galaxy music. Spring music? What about summer music? What is this? To lock in and do work in the morning. Let's do, oh no, here. Let's do Nintendo Summer Mix. Yeah, I guess you could write down which symbol's which, but even so, that's like, I just don't, I shouldn't have to play with a pen and paper. What should be next for BO1 or BO2? Probably Ascension is an easy round 100. Ascension, I think, is sort of a good launching point. Like, it teaches you the basics of horde kill repeat strategies and also trading out. And I think those are two skills that are like really important that will help you a lot on other maps. Yeah, I used the War Machine at about 5 resonators. Yeah, Dead of the Night is another map. I've basically never played Dead of the Night without having to look up the tutorial. I don't think I ever have. Like, my highest round on Dead of the Night is round 280. And I distinctly remember peering into one of the crystals and going, where the fuck is this painting? And I couldn't find it and I had to Google it. And that just pissed me off. You got an Ascension game going right now on 142? That's awesome. Nice. Keep it going. Hopefully you'll hit instas. That'd be really cool. Worst and best traps in COD Zombies. One of the... I have to go through the list of every single trap in my head. One of the worst is the chain trap on Shadows of Evil. Because that one stops killing on like round 40. So it's just like, what's the point? How do you deal with them on BO1? The exact same way you do on BO3. It is the exact same. I have a video on it that goes into detail, and I showcase what to do on both BO1 and BO3. Mob of the Dead Watchtower is really bad as well. One of the best traps is the Blood of the Dead chain trap, where it attracts zombies. That one's like too overpowered in a way that almost feels not good, and makes me seriously question why the hell did they bring that trap back to fucking Ashes of the Damned. Like that's overpowered. Shinonuma Flogger is a balanced trap. It is a good trap, but it's also not overpowered because you have to be skillful in how you kill a lot of zombies with it. Croc trap on Spaceland is good. Oh, that one's also a fun one because it's a skillful trap. I will not be stopping at 100 this game. However, I don't know if I'm going to keep playing this stream. There's a good chance I'm going to hit 100 this stream and then stop and continue tomorrow, but I will be continuing. Which electric trap on which map is my favorite? The 5 ones. Both of the 5 ones. On the top floor. First ever buildable in Zombies, by the way. So few people acknowledge that. What a cool feature that, like, we never saw return on any other map until Transit. Oh, that was round? That was nice. Modern Zombies is ruined, you see still suck. Classic Zombies actually takes practice. It's crazy, I know. It takes practice and skill to get better. And it feels satisfying to learn. Wild concept, I know. Five did have a real cutscene, that's true, an intro cutscene. Music's a little loud, hold on. Thanks to the 5 tutorial vid, you got to around 38 yesterday. That's pretty good. Give it some time, you'll be getting to 50 in no time. Or I guess no time is the opposite of some time, but you know. You'll be there in no time.
It's a turbine, like the one from the town. Ah! Feeling the boom?
Keep dying on the trap route. It takes a little bit of practice. If you're on PC, load into Strat Tester and practice the high round strat first. And that'll give you a better idea of what to do once you get to that point in an actual game.
It's probably best to just leave this here for now. Do yourself a favor. Don't get back up.
Which came first, the scavenger or the subsurface resonator? Don't answer that.
Do yourself a favor. Don't get back up.
By the way, what's interesting is anytime I take it down, that's sort of like a ticking oh no, because there's a 50% chance I don't get Quick Revive back instantly and then I have to survive 5 rounds without it, which generally isn't a problem. It's not like I would need it for the most part, but
Don't get back up.
the longer it takes before I get Vulture, the longer those 5 rounds will be that I'll need to survive. Yeah, the older games are genuinely just so much more rewarding to actually learn at a high round. The newer games are just spam and never run out of ammo and never run out of anything, and you're overpowered. And if you ever get trapped, you can use your score streak or your 3 gobblegums or your 2 field upgrade activations or anything. And even if you do down, you have perma perks and unlimited downs. And also, for most of the game, it's like 14 hits before you die. How do you guarantee no Vulture? You don't, other than if you... What you could do is if you get Vulture, you use a time bomb and then get rid of it. Or alternatively, I guess if I'm worried about dying in that 5-round period, then I would just bring time bombs into the witch's house and then get both perks. Yeah, with full armor, it's like 14 hit downs for most of the game. What's wrong with the Vulture? Not much. It's mostly just the green mist can sort of be annoying sometimes, and it doesn't actually help you. So I like to avoid it as long as I can. But it doesn't super matter if you get it. For the high round strategy, it doesn't super matter. For the low round strategy, you want to avoid it, because the green mist makes it more annoying.
Don't get back up.
The problem with the Ascension Trap is it only activates, like, a couple times per round at most. I don't remember the activation intervals, but I know it's, like, super low.
Do yourself a favor. Don't get back up.
Yeah, but again, I don't know if you understand. I sort of have a fundamental problem with, oh, the game doesn't get hard until round 200 plus. And even so, that's like, it's not really 200. It's like round 400 is the first time when it gets hard. But hard meaning they just hit harder, and it's not actually harder because you have unlimited ammo and you spam, and if you're ever in danger, you spam your way out. Like, just bad design. Yeah, I guess the round 100 boss fights are more interesting. But even so, it's the sort of thing like, once I've done a round 100 boss fight, I have no desire to do it again. Unlike high rounds where, yeah, I'm not gonna say I want to replay every single map. There's certain maps that I've played, gotten to 100 that I'm like, I'm probably not gonna play again. But for a lot of maps, the goal is always get to a higher round. It doesn't actually matter if you place the turbine up there or down here. I just find it a little easier to destroy up there. Especially if you don't have a war machine. Thoughts on water catalysts from BO4? They're annoying. That's what I'll say. Yeah, it's easier to get the zombies to destroy it when needed.
Do yourself a favor. Don't get back up.
Would I recommend restarting to avoid Voltrade? It's not necessary. It's nice. It's not necessary. Again, if you really care about avoiding it but don't care about restarting, use time bombs to avoid it. How many times have I used the head chopper? More than you think, but less than you're expecting. Not very often. We're gonna be close to the end of the round, right?
My ammo's almost done.
Why does that happen sometimes? Oh wait, this is like the end of the round anyway. I don't want the grenade to bounce too high, because then it will just, like, either fly randomly around the room, or it will... I definitely don't want the grenade to fall off and come down here. Sometimes what happens is... Oh, shit. Sometimes you shoot the grenade, and the grenade, like, lands here, and then it falls off here, and it doesn't hit the turbine, and you don't want that. I like under the table because it sort of guarantees that the grenade is going to land near the turbine. Except in the... There's tiny chance that it does what it just did, where it, like, just doesn't destroy it for no reason. It would take... So on round 92, it will take more than a full petrifier to kill a zombie. Like, if I start shooting a zombie, it will go up to 115, and that zombie will not be dead. I could try shooting a little more to the right. I like going under the table because it bounces up against the bottom of the table and it stays there and it doesn't go like randomly in the room. JB, thanks for the sub. Because like you also don't want the grenade to go out of the room on the other side. Ray gun Mark 1 does not destroy the turbine, no. You don't want to shoot it here and have the grenade bounce off of this wall, go woof, all the way over there, and go onto the stairs out the room. So the table method I find to just be the simplest to, like, ensure the grenades stay close. I don't know if monkeys destroy the turbine. Presumably you would need 2 of them, which in itself is kind of a waste. They do? Okay, so that's an option, I guess.
Don't get back up.
One monkey breaks the turbine? Is that true?
It's a turbine, like the ones in the town.
Did ZWR shut down 3 years ago? No. Well, might have went offline briefly one of the 18 times that it changed leadership. Yeah, using monkeys in that way just wouldn't really be viable. Trust me, I would love to take over ZWR, but also I would hate to take over ZWR. I don't want to take on the amount of work it would be. Isn't there a new alternative to ZWR in the works? Not that I know of at the moment. There's been like 6 alternatives to ZWR that tried and failed. How come I don't use the time bomb? What would I do with the time bomb?
Probably best to just leave it.
How many turbines does it take? Less than 150, probably. See? Do I think Buried would be better if it had, like, a dog round or equivalent? In some ways, yes. But I don't think, like, the only real difference it would make would just be, like, saving time, because your run would be, like, let's say 20 to 25% faster if you're skipping every 4 to 5 rounds. But, like, you don't need max ammo drops in the sense that, like, max ammo solely are for, like, refilling your war machine and refilling your monkeys. And in that way, it would be nice. But also, the counter is, like, we probably would have seen 255 happen way earlier if it had a skip round like that. So when I'm out of War Machine, I'm just gonna have the zombies break the turbine for me, and instead I'm not gonna force a max ammo, I'm gonna hit the box to try to get the War Machine back. Alright, thanks for stopping in. I got trolled. when you get near 255, how long are the dog/crawler rounds? They're the same length. On every single map except for Gorod and Revelations and, like, Black Ops 6 and 7. Every single map, the dog rounds or whatever are, like, the same length, or they are, like, they get longer for the first 3 and then they cap out. Get out of my way. Hey, Nibiska. Yeah, they're just skip rounds, which is, I think, good design. They're just a free round. A congratulations, you survived this far. Here's a freebie plus a free max ammo.
Told you I'd come back. It's a turbine, just like the one from the town. I'm just gonna leave this here for now. You may not have seen it, but I know.
Yeah, when I run out of monkeys, I'll hit the box, and if I get the time bombs, I'll take time bombs and then keep hitting for monkeys. I'm not gonna, like, halt what I'm doing to go for that back, but rather, like, anytime I get a new turbine, I'm just gonna hit the box once or twice. What round did I have everything set up by? Like, round 15, I think? Before that? Technically, you can do it on round 1. I just didn't. I was just kind of killing zombies. But, like, you don't want to set up on round 1 because it's slow. You want to just progress as you are setting up. What map has the most fitting wonder weapon? The transit. Moon. Mob of the Dead. Do I listen to Kelpie G? I listen to Kenny G. Would I try Call of the Dead round 100 or make a video on it? Yes and yes, and I've been to round 100 on Call of the Dead 3 times. Dude, I never really play first rooms. Holding on to an SMR would be funny. I'll show you how I hit the box here. I want this to get destroyed first. Shit. There we go. So I throw grenades like this, same way I normally do. And then hit the box. Get a new turbine. And then you come back and you check what you got. And if it's a war machine, you grab it. And if it's not a war machine, you let it go. But then, next turbine, I will not have any grenades. So I'm going to show you guys what I do instead. Which will be, I'm going to have the zombies break it. I'm not the biggest fan of first rooms, personally. But they are cool. Yeah, Jake and I have gotten to round 100 twice. Just not using the new strategy. Do I wish permaperks were on BO1? Not necessarily. I like permaperks as a concept, but I also don't think they need to be on every map or game. Gonna go for the first console 255 unburied. I would be amazed if that's even possible. But I'm also not gonna rule it out necessarily. Next Call the Dead stream when? We'll see. Maybe Thursday. Last gen DE 255. Oh god. Maybe on Series X. Can the ports even handle 255? The ports right now can't handle round 40, so... What's harder about Buried on console? You are much more prone to random crashes than you are on PC. What's the fastest map to high round for people with low attention spans? Tagged or Toten on Black Ops 4. Round 100's under 2 hours on average. Alright, so here's what I do. I have no grenades, so instead you just gather the zombies, you paralyze them like that, and usually they will latch to the turbine. Just like that. And then by the time you go in here, it should already be destroyed. There we go. So that's what I do when I don't have War Machine.
I'm just gonna leave this here for now. Guys form a gang or
And you pray that no zombies latch on there.
you may not have seen it, but I know you felt it.
No, paralyzing the zombies doesn't contribute to the error. How fast is round 100 in Alpha Omega with Electric Burst? It's like 4 hours. Probably a little under, if anything. I think the last time I did it was like 3 hours, 45 minutes or something.
Do yourself a favor. Don't get back up.
Is it possible to lose a jet gun piece while building path? I don't know of anything specific that would cause it. But, like, if you put down a jet gun piece somewhere... I believe if you put down a jet gun piece and then don't pick it up in a certain amount of time, you might lose it. It depends how long you were down there. Is the Paralyzer the best utility wonder weapon? One of, yeah. Actually, probably yes. Right? If we compare it to the other, quote-unquote, utility weapons, which would be, like, the KT-4... Are there any others?
You may not have seen it, but I
I'm trying to think.
know you felt it.
What's my favorite perk? Jingle? PhD Flopper. Does the VR11 count? Probably. In some ways. It's not the same. Like, what makes the Paralyzer a utility weapon is that the main use is not killing the zombies. The main use is using it on yourself. You know? The main use of the KT-4 isn't for killing the zombies necessarily, it's for making your plants stronger. And also for killing Thrashers.
These freaks are really trying to fight us through.
Did I forget to hit the box last time when I was showing off
Turbine,
breaking the turbine?
now.
I think I did.
Weird. Bang into something.
I've never seen it at that steep of an angle before. That's weird. There's not a zombie on that, is there? No, there isn't. Yeah, staffs with the revivability. The revivability counts. The KT-4 grants you a speed boost if you shoot a spore with it.
I know you felt it.
The KT-4 is not very good at killing zombies. Not that it falls off, but for one, it will crash your game if you kill too many zombies, so that's already a disincentive to not do that. But also, it, like, the puddles on the ground just don't last very long. Like, it doesn't kill enough zombies. If you gather a full group of 24 zombies and shoot a fully charged KT-4 shot at the ground, not all of them will even die. So you just don't have enough ammo. But yeah, it also crashes your game. So you don't want to kill zombies with it if you can avoid it. Crossbow upgraded is also a utility weapon. Not that it's a wonder weapon per se, but it is very much a utility weapon. VR11, yes. In the sense that, like, you don't use the VR11 to kill zombies. You use the VR11 to shoot your teammate so that your teammate has insta-kill so they can kill zombies. But the VR11 itself isn't doing the killing, just allowing the killing. Trying to think of other wonder weapons that are, like, utility like that. Yeah, ballistic knife, of course. Thinking wonder weapons. Because there's also, I guess, the upgraded fucking NX Shadow Claw and whatever it's called on Dead of the Night.
These freaks are really trying to tighten the screw.
They're breaking it, right? Yep.
Like the one from the town. What did I just bang into?
Savage Impaler, yeah, that's the one. Acid Gat, one could argue, for the early rounds it's a killing weapon. On the high rounds, it's a utility weapon. Trying to think, there's not that many. The Scorpion Wonder Weapon, I guess it counts as a utility in the sense that, like, your main use of it is ensnaring the zombies. The problem is it's just terrible at doing so.
But I know you felt it. I stick it to 'em good.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, let's take the roof off of this place.
All right, we got our War Machine back. That was fast. BO4 specialist weapons definitely count. Well, I think they're less like utility weapons. Well, I guess the Scepter of Ra, yes. Scepter of Ra is a utility weapon. The problem with the Scepter of Ra is it's just like, yeah, you can use the Scepter of Ra to revive your teammates. You can also just use any of the other specialists to kill zombies and revive your teammates in the process. Yeah, again, a map where the War Machine's good. You can't say the War Machine is the worst weapon in zombies when on 3 maps it actually has a use on high rounds. Yeah, I guess there's also the melee exploit, yeah. I know about that. That also only has, like, specific uses, which is, like, dealing with bosses. But if you're going for high rounds, it's better to just use other specialists. Buried Origins and Town. Town, you use it on high rounds for insta-kills.
I'm just gonna leave this here for now. No, you may not have seen it, but I know you felt it.
And that's, like, much better than I can say about the hammer.
Do yourself a favor.
You know?
Back up.
Hammer might be good until round 30, but, like, good until round 30 isn't very good. It's just not a great weapon overall. I wasn't talking about the Hammer Specialist, but that too. I was talking about the Hammer on Black Ops 2 in the box. But yeah, the Hammer of Valhalla is also, like, it's not bad. The Viper's better. Viper's better at everything. You can even, like, yeah, you can use the Scepter of Ra to revive your teammates. You can also just pull out your Viper, throw it at a zombie, and that attracts all the zombies, and you revive your teammates. I like using the Hammer on 9 sometimes. It's pretty fun. But the Viper is better.
Probably best to just you may not have seen it, but I know you felt it.
Yeah, I bet the War Machine might have been a little more widely used if PhD existed outside of Origins and Cell Block. Rags or Death Machine depends on which strategy you're running. On all 4 Chaos maps, the answer is the Viper is the best, and there's no competition. But whether the Ragnaroks or the Death Machine Specialist are the best depends on the map and depends on the strategy. What's my favorite map to high round besides Moon? Shadows of Evil. Which the unfortunate thing is, I've already done 255, so won't be going for it again.
I'm just gonna leave this here for now. This your strategy now? Fucking swarm all over me? Feeling the boom?
Katana on Blood of the Dead. I usually use the Katana on Blood, but technically the War Machine's better. Or it's like more efficient. In what situations is Death Perception useful? On Cold War for getting more salvage. Because when you have it upgraded, you get 20% more salvage.
May not have seen it, but I know you felt it.
Yeah, the junction strat's really fun, and it's fast too.
Damn, song, you're good for it.
Meant the BO4 Death Perception, there's no situations where you want Death Perception, really. It's not bad to have, but it's like, there's just always better perk options.
May not have seen it, but I know you felt it.
When you knife, you dash straight into a zombie if you're walking back. I would have to see footage to be able to help you. Alright, thanks for stopping in. I'll see you next time.
Do yourself a favor. Don't get back up.
What are my thoughts on Blaze Phase Modifier? What does the modifier do again?
Favor. Don't get back
How do you put an upgraded AN94 in the fridge on Diarize? You load into Diarize, you pack a punch the AN94, and then you put it into the fridge. You can see, under the table... Am I crazy, or did only one of those actually explode? Jeez. Alright.
It's a turbine, like the one from the town.
Also with B2 Opia. How do you keep your game going when you don't want to play anymore? If I am feeling fatigued or if I'm feeling like I don't want to continue, I just pause and I continue the next day. Or if I don't want to play the next day, I just continue when I'm feeling up for it.
Seen it, but I know you felt it. Got knocked right off your feet that
If I could add a wonder weapon to Buried, what would I add? You guys can't see me right now, but I'm grinning ear to ear. And you want to know why? You know what my actual answer is? The Scavenger. The Scavenger on Buried would be so fun.
Do yourself a favor. Don't get back up. Feeling the boom?
Trap bow? What do you mean? Oh, is that one of the fucking Infinite Warfare bows? Yeah, I'm on plutonium.
But I know you felt it.
Yeah, from Rave. Wave gun in the tunnel would be really overpowered. Fun, but overpowered. Because the strategy would just be like you kind of wait at the bottom of the tunnel for them all to spawn. If you had the wave gun and the paralyzer, you could paralyze the zombies to stall them, and then kill them all with the wave gun.
You may not have seen it, but I know you felt it. Do yourself a favor.
Is this almost round? Yes. Why are you guys so far away? And my turbine's breaking.
Got knocked right off your feet that time.
I know about the Ghosts and Skulls Easter egg. I don't know how to do it on each map, but I know that it exists.
Feeling the boom? I don't care how many of you are. Still ain't taking me. It's a turbine, like the one from the town.
You only do it on attack and beast? Is there a specific reason? No chopper trap. Chopper trap isn't very useful. There's no good spot to put it that it would actually, like, do anything meaningful that wouldn't be annoying to replace.
Feeling the boom? Got knocked right off your feet that time.
I should be under 7 hours to round 100. Keywords should be.
Do yourself a favor. Don't get back up.
You'd have to mute the audio from the resonator. Is the co-op strat the same? It's very similar. You sort of do a thing where, like, you alternate which player puts down their resonator and turbine or whatever, but, like, it's very similar to this.
It's probably best to just leave this here for now. Got knocked right off your feet that time.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna be sick of the resonator sound. It doesn't help that, of course, the two maps that I'm, like, actually grinding right now are Buried and Call of the Dead. So I'm just listening to this sound nonstop. Yeah, Buried, you can only get one paralyzer normally. You can use glitches to get multiple paralyzers, but
Do yourself a favor.
you have to play no pap? Wait, why do you have to play no pap? Beautiful.
It's a turbine.
That's exactly why I want the Scavenger Unburied. Also, using the scavenger in the 2-window spot would be really fun. And also, like, wouldn't change the high round strategy all that much, because the scavenger would stop killing on round 35, just like it does. Or stop killing in one shot on round 35, I should say. Having all 5 power switches on leaks variables? Interesting.
But I know you felt it. You may not have seen it, but I know you felt it. You may not have seen it, but I know you felt it. Oh, damn, all you're good for. Do yourself a favor. Don't get back up. It's probably best to just leave this here for now. You feeling the boom?
That's really funny, actually. I like how Infinite Warfare High Round seem to be, like... seem to face a lot of the same issues that BO1 and BO2 do. Where it's all about avoiding errors and playing well. And then they also threw in Attack of the Radioactive Thing, which is just Dead of the Night.
Right off your feet that time. Do yourself a favor. Don't get back up.
Please break it. Why did I know that was gonna happen? Oh shit. I didn't know that was gonna happen. There we go. Apparently it's possible to macro attack. That doesn't surprise me at all. I was just thinking about that in my head. Because aren't you just picking up and placing down the one buildable over and over again and you never move?
Right off your feet that time. Do yourself a favor.
Why do you need to slide back and forth every once in a while?
Right off your feet that time. 'Cause
How do I avoid copyright? I only play stuff that's royalty free. For me personally, I just, like, throw on any random Nintendo music. It's not that the perks are different, it's that there's only 5 perks that you want, and the rest are shitty / don't actually help you. And since they don't help you, why bother going through the Easter egg that gives you all the perks if you don't need them?
right off your feet that time.
Especially if it supposedly adds entities.
You may not have seen it, but I know you
5 minutes is a long time, especially when you consider it's not just 5 minutes, it's also how much time do you lose by doing the Easter egg that adds entities that lowers the reset.
felt
Luna can definitely tell you better than I can.
It's a turbine, just like the one from the town.
You don't think it would add anything if you use the cards? Do you know that, or are you just saying that?
You may not have seen it, but I know you felt it. You may not have seen it, but I know you felt it.
Also, do you keep the perks after you go down? That's an important question. Because I don't know how that works specifically. If you don't keep them after you go down, then it's really not worth the effort. I didn't say it adds entities when you shoot the skulls. I said it adds entities when you do the Easter egg. When you do it. You keep all perks except for Quick Revive? Luna did? Oh. It's also, yeah, like, if you... Why waste a... Why waste one of your 5 Fate and Fortune card slots on that when you could use it on something that will actually help you for the whole game? Oh, it is just starting it? Yeah, so, like, if just starting it adds entities, then you don't even want to start it in the first place. This song's good. Whatever happened to that game of the person who was playing pre-patch? For the lack of error or whatever. Are there even that many cards that are useful later on? I don't know all of the Fate and Fortune cards, so I wouldn't be able to answer, but, like, you just need 5 that are useful more than once per game. She reset on 256? Nice. Because the one that spawns you in the Ghost and Skulls instantly is only useful once per game. Once you've done it, and now that card is useless every single time you have it. So you want 5 cards that are useful multiple times a game. Does Director's Cut give you infinite downs, too? Or is it still limited number of Quick Revives? Finally got Shotgun rank? Nice. I gotta say, it's so fun seeing people still struggling. Like, oh, that's what I mean. Like, Like, one of those grenades just went all the way out of the room. And that's what you want to avoid. Director's Cut gives 6 downs? Okay.
It's a turbine, like the one from the town.
I watched the grenade, like, fling all the way and out the stairs on the other side. So you gotta try to avoid that.
It's probably best to just leave this here for now. Got knocked right off your feet that time.
I don't know what all the fortune cards do is the problem. So I sort of have less of an ability to advise there.
Do yourself a favor. Don't get back up. You feeling the boom?
Which is the one where, like, snipers give, like, a fuck ton of points.
You may not have seen it, but I know you felt it. Falling down is all you're good for.
Oh yeah, that's right. Scope dollars. Isn't that one, like, kind of good on the earlier rounds? On regular? Not director's cut? Lost internet doing buried round 86? That's unfortunate. Sometimes you gotta play on local, which sucks, but... That's the one, like... When I always say this, like, when I argue Modern Zombies bad, one of the things that I will not say is bad is the whole save and quit / like, when you disconnect, a lot of times it saves your game. That's not bad, right? That's a good feature. That helps people. That helps make high rounds more accessible to people. It's just everything else about the game. What is going on?
I'll get to you all eventually. What did I do?
Menu timer is horrible? What do you... Oh, what do you mean?
I'm just gonna leave this here for now. Falling down is all you're good for.
It would be great if you could earn more pause time. It would be great if there wasn't a pause timer, yeah.
Don't get back up.
Like, the pause timer is the dumbest feature I've ever seen. No other game had to have a pause timer to make save and quit work.
Don't get back up.
That's really funny.
Feeling the boom?
Didn't Raven the Redwoods do a cool thing with, like, the melee weapons? You don't spawn in with a pistol or something?
Do yourself a favor. Don't get back up. Do yourself a favor. Don't get
How long did this round 96 take you? I actually don't know. If only there was some thing on screen that I could check. But I guess we'll never know.
Do yourself a favor.
6 hours and 20 minutes? Where'd you get that? You're making that up.
Weird. Just banged into something. It's a turbine. Like the one from the town.
No, stream time right now is 3 hours and 7 minutes. I started this game like 3 days ago, 2 days ago. How long ago? I don't remember. This is my 3rd stream of this game. It's longer since I paused a few times. No, pausing it pauses the timer. So the 6 hours 20 is in-game time. Otherwise, wouldn't it be like 72 hours right now? I started the game on Friday, but I've been at it longer than that. Well, yeah, but like that's... I don't count pause time when I say how long have I been in the game. Again, like, if I count pause time, then it would be 72 hours. And because I started it on Friday. It's Monday.
Do yourself a favor. Don't get back up. Do yourself a favor. Don't get back up. Got knocked right off your feet that time.
How many downs I have? Just 1 down, actually. And it was kind of like a BS down. Where I didn't even red screen, I just like suddenly died. Much better than my previous buried game where I think I had 3 downs by the time I hit 100. Just found you and definitely subscribed. You're cool. Thank you. I'm glad to have you here. Power is on, yes.
I'm just gonna leave this here for now.
Because as it turns out, you actually don't even need to have the power off. It doesn't actually matter. We always said, oh, leave it off because a reset or entity or error or whatever doesn't actually matter. What about Voltrade, though? Voltrade also doesn't matter in terms of, like, it doesn't crash your game like we thought it did. But I like avoiding it anyway, just because it's annoying to have. Round 255 in a perfect world, yeah. Let's hope that I'm good enough to make it there.
Shatter their will.
Sick. Or psych. Thanks for the sub. Am I gonna play for 255? I'm gonna play as long as I can go. And if I get to 255, I'd be really happy. And if I don't, I'll be slightly less happy, but the goal is generally just play as long as I can. And see what happens. And hope for the best. Is there a trap worse than the AO bunker traps? Worse in the sense that those traps crash your game? I'm trying to think of it if any other traps crash your game. Because I was going to say there are traps that are useless, but none that are, like, dangerous. The turret traps are pretty fucking useless on Kino and Ascension. Do I know which map is next? I do not. It will be based on whatever the most liked comment is on the buried video. There we go. Why does it sometimes have trouble doing that?
I'm just gonna leave this here for now. Oh, got knocked right off your feet that time. You may not have seen it, but
Isn't there an insta-strat with the Kino turret trap? Is there? I thought it was only like a theoretical where you have a Nova round. Hey there, Mew 3 King. No, I don't. Actually. I will be doing IW guides, yes. When they get voted. BO1 Shinonuma. That one's gonna be a tricky one for sure, but I don't think I'm gonna hate that map. I would be 5th in the world, yeah. There's 4 255s on this map. One of them was with no kills. Meaning no kills on the scoreboard.
I know you felt it.
Because traps don't add kills.
Damn, oh, you're good for it.
Beast from Beyond? Hell no. I wouldn't hate Spaceland. Vote a BO7 map? Ugh. You guys don't want to see a BO7 map, trust me. I would like it to be, like, Gorod as the next map, ideally. Because that's also another map that I would want to, like, play out for a 255. So we'll see.
Do yourself a favor. Don't get back up. Falling down is all you're good for.
Oh, shit.
Whoever said the more the merrier? What I just bang into?
What is the Saloon Strat 100? We'll see.
It's a turbine, like the ones in the town. I'm just gonna leave this here for now. Don't go getting any ideas, freaks. Falling down is all you're good for.
Steam has their weekly maintenance every Tuesday. Oh. You were playing online on the Steam version? That's the problem. You're hyped for whenever 5 is voted? 5 has already been voted. Feel free to check out the full video on my channel.
Feeling the boom?
I already covered it.
Do yourself a favor.
How about Tagder Toten?
Falling down is all
I'm not gonna play it out again. I already used to hold the world record on that map, so I would do another 100 for the sake of the tutorial or whatever, but like, it's not all that much different from what I did. Although, to be fair, I actually would talk about like doing most of the Easter egg to turn off Pack-a-Punch, because that's a thing now. Do I think Fire Trap is still the best strat on Keynote? Not best in terms of, like, fastest or whatever, but it is, I find, to be just the easiest strategy for a beginner to pick up.
probably best to just
Beat Jake's 449 to the Easter egg? Hell no. I don't want to play another 130 hours of Tagder Toten. There is no Pluto for Black Ops 3. There is Boii for Black Ops 3. B-O-I-I-I. And that is the only way you should be playing BO3 on PC. It is by far the safest way. I don't want to hear any T7 patch. No, no, no. boy. What's faster on Kino? There is a trade strat, which is faster at around 100, but not necessarily... Do you keep gums? You have unlimited gums. You have unlimited of every gum. There is a trade strat, which is faster to 100, but not necessarily, like, for world record pace. There's also the... Come on with that. God, fuck off. Was it that hard? One hit? Just fucked up the buried Easter egg last night. On which step?
I'm just gonna leave this here for now.
Yeah, there's the speed cola room, and then there's also the dressing room strategy that's new. On top of, like, the strat that I teach in my Kino videos, the double trap, but there is also triple trap. It crashes on the spot. Well, define crashes. Because listen, if I type in pause_hard, it's going to freeze the game. And if I click here, right, it's going to look like it crashes. Do not close the program. Click on wait for the program to respond. And then you just got to find the... We went through this at the beginning of the stream. Just trust. It didn't crash. Where the fuck is it? Also, where's my taskbar? There. Okay, you find it and then you click on it and then it works. You just gotta alt tab until you find it. It should just pop up. I don't know why it didn't. I'm not playing with any fire. It's perfectly safe. It will never do anything as long as I don't close the program myself. It will never fully crash. I can leave it like that as long as I want. Lever step? What? That step's easy. But also, thanks for reminding me, when I make the video saying, like, the video I want to do where I'm like, here's the best way to play high rounds on PC for every game, I have to include, hey, by the way, when you use pause hard, your game doesn't actually crash. How do you stop Pack-a-Punch and tag? So if you do the Easter egg all the way up to the second to last step, but then don't finish the Easter egg, it disables Pack-a-Punch everywhere on the map, and you need to do that because when Pack-a-Punch is enabled, your game will crash after like 90 to 95 hours. So you need to turn off Pack-a-Punch, which allows you to play for 500 hours. What's the point of pause hard? You can hibernate your PC, and it will keep your game going, even if you have a power outage. And pause hard is just the safest way to do it. The developer said to use T7 patch instead of boy. Who's the developer? The developer of the T7 patch said to use T7 patch. That's great. T7 patch is significantly less safe than boy is. And also, boy just comes with a bunch of quality of life features that you want to have. I really dislike maps that don't have a wonder weapon capable of getting kills in any round. I disagree. Like, this map isn't capable of... This wonder weapon isn't capable of getting kills, but it is a good map. Depends on the map, though. Do I did not buy the art book. Maybe I should. I don't know. Have I tried BO7 zombies? I've tried it enough to know that I don't want to spend $70 on it. Pretty confident about that.
It's probably best to just leave this here for now. Feeling the boom?
Did I see the Origins Alpha? I have seen a lot of the footage of that. Are you talking about in the art book, or like, are you talking about the Alpha gameplay that's been coming out? Wait, why does it error you, Luna? Top 5 Zombies experience out of the 8 games that would even be in contention. It's just for a different audience. I'm not gonna deny that, like, there are certain people who BO7 was made for, but I'm just not one of those people. Not really an Easter egg player, and high rounds on the game are atrocious. Really? That's funny. Does doing the lockdown automatically end the round, no matter how far into the round you are? What round does PhD Flopper stop killing? On Black Ops 1, it's like the low 20s, like I think by 25 it's really not very effective. But on Black Ops 2, if you hold out a claymore while you're flopping, it makes it do more damage, and it's viable up until the mid to late 30s. But still not very long. BO4 was a much better game than most people make it out to be, but it also did a lot of things that I think were steps in the wrong direction. To be fair, I think the same thing about BO3 as well. I think that, like, BO3 itself is a very good game, but Gobblegums and alternate ammo types are two absolutely game-ruining features. Thinking of going for around 100, what map should you do? Die Rise. Please break it. Thank you.
I need this right now. It's a turbine, like the one from the town. I'm just gonna leave this here for now.
Buried is now your favorite map? Buried is a great map. It really is. Why Die Rise? Here it's annoying. ASF? Why is it annoying? It's the fastest round 100 on Black Ops 2. Also, it's my favorite Black Ops 2 map. Just straight up. The Slickfire strategy is really easy and fun.
Right off your feet that time. Do yourself a favor. Don't get back up.
You're more talking about BO1? Go for Moon. Or which ones have you already done? Or have you already done any? If you haven't done a round 100 before, my recommendation is probably Ascension. Just because that one's relatively simple, but also, like, especially if you watch my Ascension video, you're going to learn some good foundational concepts that are going to teach you a lot about what it's like to get to 100 on the other BO1 maps.
Best to just sit here.
And it's also easy.
Feeling the boom?
Kept getting hit by zombies, surviving the goop. Sometimes it happens. You gotta do well with who's who, and also, like, if you're ever just getting slapped silly, just spam. Like, just spam your Slickfire. You have enough ammo. It's never a concern. What's easier, Kino 100 or Shangri-La? Kino. You said subs because of the Ascension Monkey video? I appreciate that. I'm tempted to redo that video solely because I had a shitty microphone back then, and I bet I could make it a little bit more high quality. But at the same time, that video is very effective. You know? Give me the War Machine in one hit, please.
It's the turbine. Like the ones in the town.
Oh, it actually fucking did. Hold on. Holy shit. My War Machine average is crazy right now.
Do yourself a favor. Don't get
Like, I am pretty sure every single one of my trades has been like 5 hits or less. When does Slickfire stop being a one-shot? On round 101, actually. Was Coast originally supposed to be in England or something? Coast meaning Call of the Dead? Alright, chat, one more round. It will be under 7 hours.
You may not have seen it, but I know you felt it.
I did unpatch the Slickfire in my round 100 run that was successful. I found that it gave me a little bit better control over the puddles. I claimed that it was supposed to be in England. I have never said that.
But I know you felt it.
You'll probably miss the 100. Well, you got like 10 minutes before it happens.
Falling down is all you're good for.
Wait, who said that about me? Do you hope that we will ever get the Paris map? Paris map would be cool. Especially considering that the whole idea was like, they wanted under the Eiffel Tower to be that map's no man's land. There's gotta be at least one Paris map, custom map by now. At least on World at War. Yeah, the Paris map became Moon. I really need to make that, Foyd. That's like one of the videos that's on my list of need to do this very soon. I will be going further than 100, although not necessarily this stream. I think I'm probably going to end it when I hit 100, and then I'm going to continue from round 100 tomorrow. I put the turbine up there just because it makes it a little bit easier to destroy it when it's about to break. And I'll show you exactly how if you wait just a little bit. Actually, right now. Makes it much easier to destroy it like that than it does, like, putting it down there. Is it possible to reach round 100 on every BO4 map in a single day? Yes.
I'm just gonna leave this here for now.
It would probably mean you don't sleep that much, but, like, can you get to round 100 on all 8 BO4 maps in under 24 hours? Yes. And you can see, just doing that method, you destroy the turbine so quickly. And you're able to get a new one like that. What do I think about the BO3 Reforged mod? I've never heard of that mod.
Don't get back up.
I play all the Treyarch games besides Black Ops 6 and 7. What do I think is the easiest round 100? Dead of the Night. How long did it take to get to 100 unburied? That's an interesting question. Is tag not easier? Tag is faster. But I technically wouldn't say easier because Tag der Toten requires you to use your eyes. Whereas Dead of the Night, once you're set up, you do not have to use your eyes. Vanilla with many quality of life, like save and quit. How vanilla? Because there's also like the all-around enhancement mod, which supposedly is supposed to be vanilla, but it's not very vanilla. Dead of the Night is easier than Revelations, yes. I've gotten to 100 on Call of the Dead. 3 times. How did I know? How did I know it was gonna pull that shit? Yep, round 100 on Call of the Dead BO1. found round 100 was hit a while ago.
I'm just gonna leave this here for now. Do yourself a favor. Don't get back up. Got knocked right off your feet that time.
Solo or co-op? Once on solo, twice on co-op. Is there even a strat for that? Oh, there is. Do I remember the London project? Didn't want to upload to ZWR? Can't upload to ZWR. One, my solo's missing a little bit too much of the footage. I kind of lost like 17 rounds worth of footage in the middle. No mods. But also, there's other reasons I can't submit it. But the co-op ones, I just don't bother to submit because I don't respect ZWR. The London project sure was something. I have not done round 100 on any custom maps. Not yet, at least. What do I think is the hardest round 100? That's a difficult question to answer. It depends on your definition of hard. Like, for example, BO1 Knocked is actually really... The strategy is really easy. Generally, it is really easy to not die and get to round 100. But it also requires you to hit the box for 30 hours. And it's like, it's just the mental hurdle of how long it takes and how much of a pain in the ass it is. Meanwhile, there's also like Town, which is another one that's very difficult to hit round 100. Hardest in terms of the hardest strategies? Like, again, depends on the strategy. Dat strat on BO1 Verrückt is one of the hardest strategies out there. But getting to round 100 on BO1 Verrückt doesn't require you to use Dat strat. And the other strategies are kind of easy-ish. I don't really play customs, although I'm trying to play more customs. And there it is. Alright. Where would I rank BO1 Shang? BO1 Shang's not difficult. It's a good map. I've never played Leviathan. Oh yeah, you gotta cash in the I was here. Yeah, now's the chance. Yeah. So that's round 100 on Buried. What I am gonna do is I'm probably gonna work on the script for the Buried video, which hopefully will be out sooner rather than later. You guys were all here. I really appreciate you all being here. That being said, let me make this clear right now. In a minute, I am going to end the stream because I've been playing for almost 4 hours and I'm a little tired. But I'm not ending the game. Tomorrow, we will continue starting on round 100. And now comes the long part of the game. Now comes the part of the game where we see how far we can go. And hopefully it's further than I made it in the previous game. Like I said, I would like to get to round 255. I'm not necessarily saying, oh, I'm definitely going to do it this game, because I said that last time and then I died. But this game is going better than the previous one. And hopefully I can play it out as long as I can. What's my PB on Buried? Round 119. So, at a minimum, I would like to beat that. If I reach 255 while I put it on ZWR, nope. They don't deserve the satisfaction of having my runs. I will know that I've done it because I will post a video on my channel saying, hey guys, look, I did it. I did the thing. Here's the proof. In the description, you could find all the footage. And here's the strategy that I ran. How long does it take me to make my videos? It depends heavily on the video, actually. Buried video, I'd imagine, won't actually take that long because the strategy's kind of chill. But we'll see. I gotta write the script for that. Hopefully I can get that done today. And that's what I'm gonna work on as soon as I end the stream. But like I said, tomorrow, tune back in. We will continue from round 100. What's with the hate for ZWR? Lots of reasons that I can't get into right now. I have like 3 or 4 videos on my channel if you're curious. Check out the Electric Burst one, because I think that's the most, you know. What's the script for my timer? It's called B2OP, spelled B2, letter B, number 2, OP. And you can find it, you could either just Google B2OP and it will come up, the first link, or go to my Transit, or my Die Rise, or my Origins, or my Mob of the Dead videos, and it's linked in the description of all of those videos. Alright, but anyway, let me get going. And like I said, I'll see you all tomorrow. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you real soon. Alright, goodbye everyone.